Sometimes it's very tempting, and I could fall into that trap of like thinking about parents of like the supportive parents and the not supportive parents, when we know it's not like either you are dressed in full rainbow garb with like waving flags, or you're completely against LGBTQ plus youth. Like I think the portion of parents who are like super against LGBTQ plus youth, one, probably aren't listening to this podcast. And I think they're like a pretty small portion who like are just like, you know what, if my kid's gay, I don't care about them. If my kid's trans. And I think that's great that is such a small portion. But I think there's a lot of parents in a very understandable way who love their kid, want the best for their kid, but don't have a lot of experience with LGBTQ plus populations, with people who've gone through this and don't know what this will mean for their child. And I think the vast majority of parents who truly love their children and want the best for them, some confusion about how to be supportive and how to be supportive of their child, even if they're not really sure how they feel about an LGBTQ plus identity, and they aren't really ready to support an LGBTQ plus identity. And I think there's probably a good chunk of parents who fall into that. As a parent, you imagine what your child's life and who your child is and what it's going to be like. And when that's shifted, that takes adjustment. And that doesn't mean anything bad about being a parent. So what I'd say for that, think about how you could support your child and be there for them and let them know that you are there for them and that you're going to learn. You like may not understand it all now, but you want to learn so you could talk about it together and figure out how to support them best. And that doesn't mean that you need to automatically know everything or do everything, but then reaching out to places like PFLAG and other resources, or speak with other parents who are in that similar position of figuring out coming to terms